And hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to my channel, Paranormal Oracle, and welcome to your reading for mid-April 2022 through mid-May 2022. Welcome, and thank you for supporting my channel, Sagittarius. So we'll begin as always. Whoops, a card fell out for you already. Let's put that over there. I still will pull 3 cards. As we do every month, I will read what channeled message for you that I did yesterday, and then we will clarify that with 3 cards, actually 4 cards in your case, to clarify the message. So, and by the way, the cards are available on my website. I always forget to say this, paranormalponderings.com, where there will be a link to my Etsy shop called Paranormal Oracle, and the information for that and the links to those places will be in the description below. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting my channel, Sagittarius. All right, so here we begin. A sense of maintaining the status quo will dominate the next few weeks. This only pertains to the outside world, however. This will be a good time for inner exploration in terms of learning new skills in connection with mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. This is a good time for mindfulness training, meditation, and other inner exploration tools. This is a good time for practicing divination and psychic tools of all sorts. This would be a good time period for a no electronics challenge. Inner healing will be successful at this time. Well, that's really interesting, Sagittarius. I've never, ever, honestly, never even really heard of a no electronics challenge, but it sounds like a good idea. So what I'm getting from that, what kind of comes to me from that is they begin by saying you're going to be maintaining the status quo in the outside world. So whatever this is that's going on with your internal world, I think you're going to be keeping that to yourself. And maybe we ought to even be seeing that as advice to keep it from yourself. It sounds as though there's going to be some sort of growth going on with you internally, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So I honestly don't feel like it's in reaction to anything bad. It just feels like it's par for the course with you right now. It's your next step, as it were. I feel like, I kind of feel like world events have something to do with this. I don't know what that is. I feel the burden of world events. And, we've all been kind of, dealing with that. But that's kind of what I feel like there's some resolution in your mind, in your heart about world events, letting go of worry, that maybe that's what's happening here, and deciding to, let it go and find ways of doing that to free yourself, free your soul, free your emotions of the burden of these kind of worries. So let's take 3 cards to clarify, and then we'll look at the 4th one. Okay, Castle Ghost. Start anew. A fresh breeze overtakes the old and obsolete. So the way I am reading this, Sagittarius, is that there's a clearing of the boards emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. The things that have been bugging me, getting to me, I'll let them all go now. My answer to that is to let them all go. And a fresh breeze overtakes that old thinking, and I think you're actively looking for that fresh breeze, looking for a way to open that window, to let that breeze in. And that's what they're talking about here in the reading about developing tools, that it's a good time to develop tools like meditation, like mindfulness, like perhaps psychic training, that kind of thing. Okay, yoga, qigong, tai chi, that kind of thing. Feng shui. We can go on and on. All right, 2nd card. Portal, a spiritual connection. So what you're working on here, Sagittarius, is that spiritual connection, that connection with yourself. Most of us really is on the other side at any given time. It's just a small part of us that is playing in this particular playground, this physical universe. And at night when you dream, when we leave our bodies and think we're dreaming, what we're actually doing is we're sort of, our awareness switches to some of those other places that we are. I learned in my near-death experience how much bigger we are than we think. It's incalculable how much bigger we are. Okay, so this is like a spiritual renaissance happening for you right now, Sagittarius. I mean, definitely go with it. It's awesome. Really awesome. Okay, let's take your 3rd card. You know, there's a weariness that has set in for all of us with world events just are relentless. Tarot cards, step-by-step solution. So the first thing that comes to mind with me, for me, with this, in terms of what we've been talking about, is that don't allow yourself to get frustrated. Don't think you're going to, be a yogi overnight or something. It's going to be one step at a time. And especially if this is an unfamiliar territory for you, if you have basically lived in that status quo world and this is something new to you, one step at a time is sufficient. This is a life-changing thing. This is not, like learning to, I don't know, ride a bike or something. This is a life-changing thing that you will have for this and many lifetimes. So it's a step-by-step solution. Take it slowly. And your bonus card from the universe, Nordics, renewed love of mankind. Well, isn't that lovely? And I do feel like that has something to do with it, something about world events, something about the weight of the world on your shoulders, and sort of looking at your fellow man through narrowed eyes recently. I feel like you're ready to let that go. You're ready to see the world in a different way. We live in a duality. The more good there is in the world, then the more bad there is in the world. And it's really about balancing. It's really about where you put your focus. So I think you're beginning to see that, Sagittarius, and you're going to give yourself a break by letting go of that kind of thinking, and by starting to go within and starting to cultivate those other parts of yourself that are going to feed you and not starve you like that, the heaviness of world events has been doing. And with that, I want to say thank you very much, Sagittarius. I hope in every way, shape, and form you have a wonderful month, and I will see you again in May. Thank you.